In today's video, we're briefly going to discuss two things not to do with your new Bodyguard 2.0, LCP Max, or any other firearm for that matter. Both of today's topics fall into the safety side of the discussion. The first discussion point in today's video is something we're all tempted to do, and at some point many of us are all guilty of, but it's a bad for safety habit that shouldn't happen. What is it? At first glance, this post looks innocent enough. Someone appears to have a problem. 2 pictures might be worth a couple thousand words, but they don't give us much to work with. So let's see what the original poster says to further explain the situation. And there it is. Buried far too many comments deep in the post, we find that the original poster is trying to see how well their new firearm cycles by manually cycling the live ammo through it. People who live in apartments, condos, townhouses, or any other shared wall type home are probably thinking unsigned cots right now. If you want to function check your firearm, off range, snap caps, or whatever they might call dummy rounds of the appropriate size where you live, are the bee's knees. If you want to function check a particular ammo in your firearm, at the range is the best place for that job. In the time before YouTube channel, yes, such a time did exist, we had a firearm without spec parts and a tendency to full auto mag dump when you use the slide release. While that sounds fun on the internet, in reality, a gun going full auto when the trigger isn't pressed is far from safe. There have been a rare handful of times where we've had a firearm with a non-functional safety that also come to mind. While extremely rare, we've had some instances where either a safety on a firearm doesn't work at all or will disengage itself after the trigger is pulled once, with even rare instances where the safety fails after being previously fixed. When it comes to those new gun and ammo function checks, do those at the range, not at home, from your couch, or sitting in the seat of your car outside the store. This is a great spot to segue to the second discussion topic, holsters. Fred, you're over here trying to steal non-existent Tritos. I seen it. Sorry, viewer, I'm not going to recommend a specific brand or holster as per usual, but I'm going to break with tradition a little and briefly discuss a carry method that I think is in the realm of unsafe. Let's head back to Reddit to see what I'm referring to now. As often happens with Reddit, it didn't take long for the others to lend their thoughts on this holster. And for your viewing enjoyment, the original poster then doubled down like this was virtual blackjack instead of Reddit. The internet then does what the internet does, and I end up having to censor the original poster quite a bit to keep this video safe for YouTube. Good times. As I said, I'm not going to recommend a specific type or brand of holster or any particular holster manufacturer, but I will say your choice of holster is important. With this pocket thing, I'm not calling it a holster, you have none of the benefits of a holster. With a true pocket holster, you holster the firearm in the holster, then place the holstered firearm in your pocket. One reason this is done is to prevent an accidental discharge. With this pocket thing, you don't have that protected trigger when placing the firearm in your pocket. Being a pocket holster, inside waistband, outside waistband, ankle holster, shoulder holster, you get the idea. In all of these carry methods, the trigger is protected and the firearm is secured to the user when it's not doing its job. When you need the firearm, the holster stays behind, allowing the firearm to then do its job. This pocket thing seems more like a dangerous solution to a fantasy problem. Oh, wait, you want my wallet, criminal? Here, take my wallet. Ah, it's a gun, and take that, rapscallion. Well, I have at thee. And scene. If this same thing happens in real life, and you try to rely upon a gimmick instead of practice, you probably end up shot with both your gun and your wallet stolen without having successfully pulled off the fake wallet gag. Some might be yeah-butting with some comment to the effect of, yeah, but doesn't this thing obscure the shape of the firearm in a pocket? You mean that same thing pocket holsters already do that also protect the trigger and don't force you to use some awkward hold? Besides the trigger issue, you even have to contend with decreased usability of the firearm when it comes to this pocket thing. The pocket thing is wrapped around the firearm, and you don't appear to get anything close to a normal grip. It also appears like the gun could just slide right out the top of the sleeve. I'm struggling to see any positives on this one, and usually when that happens, you go with your gut and say there are none. So that's what I'm doing here. The only thing I'm seeing are what I'd consider potential safety issues. What are your thoughts on this style pocket holster? Or pocket thing, I should say. Is this something you trust next to your twins? Or do you prefer having something with a little more trigger coverage in mind? Let us know your thoughts in the comments. Well, that seems like the perfect spot to end today's presentation. Fred and I hope you enjoyed today's video, and we're glad you made it this far. Thanks for watching, and as always, have a good day. You did good, Fred. You need a cup of teas, huh? I went 2 minutes without trying to get a tea, and I didn't even freak out when you did the fake gun thing, boss. I deserve some Treatos. You did good, Fred. You did real good. I even made your Treatos crunchy, just like you like. Okay. He's a good boy.